Hey, what's going on, guys? Aaron here with Double A Shaves, and I am back. Just want to thank everyone for tuning in today to just take time out of your busy day to come check out my content. I really appreciate that and appreciate your support. So thank you for being here, as always. All right, let's get right into the setup for today. So definitely got an interesting shave in store. So my fellow wet shaver, Josh from Jump Behind a Scent, really good guy. He puts a lot of work into his YouTube channel, and I think he's been at it for like 4 years now. So um, yeah, for those of you who want to go check out his channel, I'll put a link down in my description for anyone who wants to go check out his videos. Recently, I won a giveaway on his channel, and he sent me a couple soaps, and one of the ones he sent me was the infamous War from Barrister and Mann from the Four Horsemen series, which was a 4 soap series. And this one is definitely the kind of got the most attention of those 4 for a good reason. And before he sent this to me, I already kind of knew what I was getting into with War. A couple months ago, my friend Glenn Sherman, his YouTube channel is the Luxury Shaving Hobbyist, another great content creator. I'll put a link to his channel for anyone who has never seen his videos. A couple months back, I was kind of touring his shave den at his house. He doesn't live too far away from me. And when I smelled War, it was definitely an interesting experience. I'm going to get more into the scent here in a minute, but I could see why this one got all the attention it did, because this is quite the unique scent. So I was excited when Josh from Jump Behind a Scent kind of sent this one my way. I love reviewing any kind of scent, no matter how it smells, and I love the scent creativity that's out there in the hobby. So I'll give any scent a chance. So I'm really excited to be shaving with Barrister and Mann War today. One of my favorite artisans of all time. Will, the owner, as a lot of us know, he's very creative, he's brilliant, and I think his newest base, I think this is Omnibus base, is like the best around. It's so good. And it could take quite the, look at that, nice and creamy there in the bowl here. Yeah, his soap can take a heck of a lot of water. Man, I added in a huge amount of water, and it's still kind of holding its structure pretty good. I wanted to put a lot of water in the lather today. Look at that. Good sheen, good structure. Yeah, I think his soap could take more water than like anyone else's soap. I put a pretty crazy amount of water in here today. But that's what his soap is known for. You know, if you can just keep adding more water and water to it, and it probably won't break. It's a great soap base. Oh yeah, and so I got a cheap Yaki brush that I got a few months ago. I think I got this like $7, free shipping from China. So when Josh from Jump Behind a Scent, when he sent War my way, he warned me that you should have a brush that you only use for War, that's just dedicated to War, because the scent is so strong that it actually will get stuck in the brush for a while. So this cheap Yaki, the backbone on it is not very good. It's sort of a flimsy brush. So I figured for that reason, this would be the brush that I dedicate to War. So here we go. Yeah, I forget what the name of this brush is, but it's a cheap Yaki brush. I like Yaki brushes, but this one, there's just something about it where it's just kind of flimsy and it's not my favorite brush. So this is going to be my official War brush here. All right, so aftershave is going to be, I kind of just wanted to use this skull for the thumbnail photo. I thought it looked cool with the War. But this is actually Black Ship Grooming Captain Joe. This is a coffee, leather, and rum scent. Phenomenal scent. Love that bottle there too. I'm not sure if he still has these, but I've said it in past videos, but yeah, coffee, leather, and rum are the only. There's only 3 notes in Captain Joe. Those are the only 3 in it. And I've said this in a few past videos about Captain Joe, but this scent reminds me of when I was a kid and my father would drive me around in his Jetta, and he would have his leather jacket and his coffee in the center console. And Captain Joe smells exactly the same as, you know, how I remember when he used to drive me around. It's that same scent, and it's just such a great scent. Yeah, one of my favorites, and I think it'll do a good job of, I kind of picked it out to cover up the scent of war, so hopefully it does. We'll see what happens here. All right, let me go ahead and wet the face, and I'm gonna see what's going on with war. So this is quite the quite an infamous soap now in the wet shaving world, and I don't know if that's what Will from Barrister and Mann was going for, but he probably knew it was going to cause a lot of chaos among hobbyists. So, and yeah, it definitely has. Yeah, you can see how flimsy the brush is here already. Look at that. Not very good backbone here, so. Look at that, lather's looking very nice and pillowy today. Really good stuff. Yeah, I would say Omnibus base is probably my favorite, probably the best base I've ever used. I know most bases are kind of, they're all, you know, any good shaving soap now, it's going to have a good base, right? But I think out of all the bases I've experienced, Omnibus is definitely the most impressive one as far as like, just everything, volume and slickness and stuff. Again, I know bases don't really matter too much, but Omnibus is definitely a good one. So, all right. So right off the bat, I will tell you that this scent it's kind of horrific. It's putrid, and I think most other hobbyists who have used this would have to agree with me. But you know what? Despite my opinion on that, I'm not one to take a soap and just throw it away. You know, I love discovering new things in scents. I'll give every scent a chance. And I do think there is some beauty in most scents. You know, in most scents, I do try to find the beauty in it. And I love Will's creativity, so I'm happy to be shaving with this one today. So I'm guessing when a lot of people got this, they just tossed it, but I'm looking forward to reviewing War here. This is wow. Yeah, this is, my nose does not enjoy this scent, but I was wondering if it was going to smell different once lathered, but it's, yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, off the tub, it's extremely strong, and it's kind of like just the same strong scent once lathered. I'm not really picking up any of the other notes in it jumping out, but man, so where do I even begin with War here? There's a lot to go over here, and I know I'm kind of late to the party with War, but I don't really care. You know, I don't care about being the first one to review a soap or when I do it, as long as I get to it at some point. Oh boy. All right. Yeah, lather's looking nice today. Look at that. You can add a heck of a lot of water to a soap base, and it's not going to break the soap. So. Oh yeah, and for anyone who wants to know kind of more about War, I'm gonna very recently, sorry, there's some sirens in the background. Very recently, another fellow wet shaver of mine, Ben from the Soap Thing, he did an interview with Will from Barrister and Mann, and in there there's a part where they were talking about War. So I guess a lot of wet shavers, what they get from this soap initially is just a very strong scent of cilantro. And Will said that he doesn't really pick up cilantro, and Will doesn't pick it up, but a lot of other wet shavers do. And me, as someone who hates cilantro, I am one of those people who does think this has a very strong cilantro type smell to it. So it's kind of interesting how different noses can react to a scent. So, oh yeah, I almost forgot. Fat Maggard MR8 handle, Parker 26C open comb razor head. I kind of have like 4 or 5 days grow, so this is like a good mid-level aggressive razor. So that's why I went with this one. So we're gonna see how that goes. Ooh. All right, good stuff. Not a bad razor. Not the best razor I've ever used either. I'm still kind of trying to like understand why people enjoy open comb so much, but does a good job though. And I think on the neck, I'm just gonna do one against the grain pass and then call it a day with the neck. Just because my hair grows down, and lately I kind of discovered that shaving with the grain on the neck it's kind of, I'm good at it, but it's still kind of just annoying and a little bit too much of a challenge sometimes. So I feel a lot more comfortable shaving against the grain on the neck. So I'm just going to do one pass against the grain, and then I'm going to do a with the grain and against pass on my face, and then we're going to call it a day. So, oh yeah, feather razor blade too. And I'm forgetting all the gear. And I think we got a little brush hair in here. I haven't used this brush. Oh wait, no, that's an actual that's an actual facial hair. I'm sorry. Okay. So I am one of those people that gets a very, very strong kind of sickeningly overpowering scent of cilantro from War. I am not a cilantro fan, so maybe that's part of the reason why I'm picking it up. Yeah, and Will actually mentioned that too in his interview with Ben from the soap thing. He was saying how if you don't like cilantro, there's a better chance you're gonna pick up cilantro in the soap for some reason. So, so to my nose, I am not a fan of War, but wanted to review it anyway, because I'm sure maybe there are some people out there, I don't know of many, but maybe there are some people out there who genuinely do enjoy the scent. But yeah, I don't think, yeah, this is a pretty strong and overpowering scent. And on the website, he also said that this is one that you're never going to mistake, War for anything else. And I totally agree with that. Like when you smell this, like there is nothing else. There is no other soap or scent in the world that smells like this one. This is quite the creation from Will here. So, all right, so let's unfold a little bit more with the scent here. So what Will was going for with War was he wanted to encapsulate the scent of a battlefield. And he explained he didn't want to make it smell like, blood, death, and suffering, nothing like that. He was kind of going for more of just a battlefield machinery type scent. Like, so, all the metal and the gunpowder, he was more going for that type of scent. But again, in his interview with Ben, he did say that a customer did email him, who I guess was a veteran, and he said that when he smelled it, the smell was almost traumatic for him, because it took him right back to just just really like a horrific war scene. And I guess that customer thought it actually did kind of smell like, the scent of like blood and death and suffering like that. So there are some people out there who, and that guy was explaining, like, this is a little too much for me. So there are people out there who do think that instead of just, war machinery, like what he was going for, it actually kind of does have a deeper layer of other war type sense in there, which is it's pretty spooky. It's a very, very unsettling scent. So Will also explained that the two top notes you're going to get off this is gunpowder and hot metal. I'll tell you right now, this is very hot metal dominant. Like, I barely pick up any gunpowder. What I pick up from War is just a sickeningly strong hot metal scent. And again, there are other notes in here, which I'll get to in a minute, but all I'm picking up from War is just a sickeningly strong scent of hot, almost burning metal. So yeah, this scent is, it's like I got a couple nicks on the neck there. Probably because I went straight against the grain, but... yeah, I think we'll just leave the neck at that, and I'll do against the grain on the face. But yeah, this War is just an absolutely super strong scent of hot metal. And to me, that is coming off like cilantro. Man, this soap base is crazy good. Yeah, and this soap is pretty famous in the hobby for smelling horrible, and I could see why. So the actual notes in here, there's a lot of notes, but again, I'm only smelling that hot metal. So you got metal aldehydes. I'm not really sure what aldehydes is. I probably should know by now, but if anyone else knows, let me know. So we got metal aldehydes, gunpowder. And again, he did say it's gunpowder and hot metal dominant. I'm just getting the hot metal. Metal aldehydes, gunpowder, leather, citrus, resins, clary sage, and amber. And I think amber is a resin, so I don't know if that's like a little redundant, but it's probably just for the description. But I guess they're definitely, the hot metal does kind of have like a slightly resinous thing kind of going on in the background. So maybe I also pick up the resins with the hot metal, but I mean, man, there's all those notes in this soap, and it's just a very, like, my whole kitchen just smells like, hot metal and cilantro. It's crazy. And I guess on the cover here, yeah, let's see, hot metal, gunpowder, citrus, resins, and moss. Maybe like the slightest hint of citrus in the background too, but of course I lathered up the neck again. I wasn't going to do that, but so yeah, so I guess Probably the worst smelling soap I have in my den. I think upon smelling it, kind of trying to see where it kind of transports me to in my head. Definitely kind of like I guess like a battlefield type scene, but since I'm not in the service, I don't really know what that would smell like, so. The only thing coming to my head right now is just cilantro, just straight up, I'm not a cilantro fan, and just like old cilantro is the only thing that's like really entering my head right now, so. I wish there was like more of a scene in my head that this scent creates, but I guess like a good Halloween scent. It's very eerie scent, unsettling, and and I can't imagine like wearing the aftershave of this. Like people would probably run away from you. Yeah, maybe next time I'll go on the neck. I'll just go with the grain first, maybe, because I'm getting cut up a little more than I usually do on the neck down here. So we're gonna keep the video rolling anyway. Part of the hobby, right? Yeah, for anyone who has worn this aftershave, let me know. Let me know what you smell. Or just let me know what you think of this soap if you have it and you've used it. I'd be curious. All right. I think we'll go with that. Unreal soap base. It's like oil on glass. Just unbelievable. Definitely the best one I've ever used. I mean, the post-shave slickness is like out of this world good. I don't think you can beat this. I think the base race kind of ended with Omnibus. Everyone else just kind of surrendered, and they were like, Omnibus is too good. So. I'm sure I'll see a little more in the mirror later, but oh well. Feels good enough, right? Very interesting, very interesting scent that that Will came up with. I always enjoyed his creativity, so I couldn't wait to get around to checking this one out. All right, the Captain Joe Coffee, Leather, and Rum. This one's a pretty strong scent, so I think it should cover up the war. My wife thinks this kind of smells like, coffee and pancakes if you're out at breakfast. There is a slight gourmand to it. Not slight, it's probably actually mostly gourmand, actually, yeah. Not like super sweet, but it's definitely a nice, like, crowd-pleasing scent. I think most people would like. It's masculine, sweet, not overly sweet, but it does kind of smell like coffee and donuts and pancakes a little bit, but not in a candy, like, overpowering type way. It's I've gotten compliments on this when I wear it out. It's a nice masculine scent for sure. Very, very good scent. If anyone else has used Captain Joe, let me know, but it's a very good scent from Black Ship. All right, well, that was quite an interesting experience with war here, so thanks again Josh for shooting this one my way. Cool cover there. Yeah, maybe I'll check out one of the other 3 soaps in the series at some point, but definitely definitely an interesting one here. I almost forgot to show you the soap, but I only used it once. That's my scoop. Yeah. So overall, very good good shave with it. So glad I finally got around to using War, and just want to thank everyone for tuning in. And as always, I like to engage with you guys in the comments. So let me know what you think, or if you have any feedback. And I will see you again soon. Take care.